All right, so I want to open this conversation to let us all have a question in mind. So what can all be the PM of a product? So just keep this in mind, and we're going to talk about the web world that we're currently involved so much with and so passionate about. So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jenny, and I'm from my Dcentral team. I'm the head of strategy, and it's my pleasure here today to be part of Dcentral Miami 2022. So I believe we're all here today because we all want to create something better for the world that we live in. We all believe in technology. We believe in Web3 can actually change the social norms of injustice. So before we talk about how technology and these applications can actually change the world that we live in and change our lifestyles, I suggest we take a break and then think about what is the true meaning behind all of this. So 26 years ago, the Perry John Barlow, in his cyberspace declaration, said that the internet is an independent world, it's not subject to any political power. So asking the sovereignty to stand down from web world, which is a new home to our mind. Oops. I think it's out of power. Oops, it comes finally, yeah. So indeed, technology is the unlimited continuation of our imagination, where we can create and co-create, own and co-owned. But ask ourselves, have we reached there yet? I don't think so. But the human evolution comes with time, and so does technology. We all know it is taking too long, but the good thing is we're on the right track, right? So that's what brings us all together today. So let's talk about the process of this development and what is important and what has changed. Okay, so during the progression from Web 1 to Web 3, there are two important concepts, which are information production and information distribution. So when we're talking about internet, the information production refers to the content. So it could be the text you send, the video you upload, or the code you wrote. It could be everything you create. But during this paradigm shift, I think the way of distribution have changed, and the way we interact with content, the information, has changed drastically. So let's dive in more specifically. When we're talking about Web 1, we all know that it's about the read-only web, right? Because the role of user is limited to reading information provided by the content creators. So everyone is like the information receiver, and this happens at the very early stage of the development of the internet. Then there comes Web 2. So Web 2 is more like information-centric, and it refers to the paradigm shifts in how internet is being used. So Web 2 is also called the social web because it is not only centered around the reading information, but also the sharing, we can interacting or commenting information on the website. All right, yeah. Oh, so, my God. We still stay in Web 2. So in this phase, we enter into an era of D2C brands and platforms with the emergence of subculture groups. And people interacting with content they're identified with, and they can share everything that they want, right? And we can see that the boom of the platforms, which takes out a lot of third-party companies, but just focusing on the negotiation between the consumers and the products. And we're gradually moving out of that single domination of hierarchy. Then we come to the Web 3. So Web 3 is we're very familiar with right now because it's about the consumer-centric information. Because the essence of Web 3 is about the ownership. So everyone has the right to exchange, share, or interact with information. And the user becomes a content owner instead of just a content user. And we're still developing Web3 and what Web3 could be. But what is really causing the shift here, though, is it just because the technology is more advanced today? To be honest, I don't think Web3 is a technological innovation because the concept of distributed database has existed for decades ago, right? So what caused this shift? What caused this change? I think what really drives the development of Web3 is about the culture and ideology behind all of this, and which is what we call decentralization. But this is not only the decentralization of data, but also the decentralization is like everything, the power and the culture back to people's hands. This is the stage that we're going through right now. Actually, we're like entering into a Web3 world with a consumer-centric, and I can conclude that we actually brought out this concept of utopian society, exact utopian society online, but we're still progressing, right? And this utopian society, I like the utopian society very much because it's a representation of the decentralized power back to people's hands. And also, I like DAO very much because DAO is exactly the representation of utopian society and community. So just imagine this. What if we have a product with all of the dot features and revolves around the very much concept of you? We also want this product to be in service of every Web3 participant, which can be easily accessed. And indeed, a good product have to like fit into everyone's needs and daily routines. So today here, I represent my assistant, which is a virtual assistant. You can just think of it as a Web3 version of Siri or Alexa. So our slogan is like, be seen, you matter. Because the mission of the product is to revolve around the user and only user. So this product actually has a lot of like outstanding features around the concept of you. So you request. This is the dot feature I'd love to like highlight today because I always believe the community have to be the PM and we're just a service provider. So each user in my DAO is the community member and you have the equal voting rights and weight. You can just make any proposal at any time and put it to a vote. For example, if you want to show your NFT on your dashboard, you can just make a proposal. If the vote in the community is more than half, then yes, we will fulfill your needs. You connect. So connect with your friend with a snapshot of your profit and real-time earnings. Sometimes showing off a little is not a bad thing. You decide. You can always like customize the dashboard of your portfolio, like the theme, the style. This is all your decision. You save. This is one of the most important features I want to mention today because everyone cares about tax, right? So in my system, it is easy for you to generate the tax report online, and you can get professional tax advice based on the local regulations. We just want to maximize your refund and save your time. You secure. This is also an essential feature because safety issue is our biggest concern. So once you log in the My Assistant, the system will automatically check if the contract authorization under your address are secure and you can have revoke access. And of course, your email will get alert if you're doing any like a detective or very risky transactions. So as a product creator, we know very much, like be as a user, you always want more and more because we're never satisfied due to our endless desires, which exactly keeps us like growing and revolving all the time. Always easy. So we support like traditional email login options, which make it easy for you to get access to our platforms, where you can also see all the graphs and profit and loss and those historical transactions and also balances on your portfolio. It's very easy to use and very clear. Always possible. We also provide API-based services and give you more opportunities. Always fast. We provide token swap and bridging on the website. It's very like easy to use and give you more trading opportunities. Always compatible. We support centralized exchange and as well as decentralized exchange wallets, so you can use both, whatever you want. Always punctual. So in Web3, we all have like different parties or events every day, so sometimes it's really hard for you to manage your time effectively. So in My Assistant, you can just use the calendar function, like to record all of your this events or parties or whatever, and we just want to help you to manage your time more effectively. Always pro, and we're still developing this, and this could be coming up soon, like in the next 2 months. This is an elevated version to actually open your eyes, because it's like we've built a built-in Nansen system. So in addition to the data analysis, we also provide some quantitative trading strategies that you might want to use. So when I say there's always more, then there's always more. It's not because this product has iteration every day, but also it has infinite possibilities. So I would very much like to tell you more about this product after today's launch in Dcentral Miami 2022. And it is up to you now, and we will always be at your service. So be the force and join us on this journey. Thank you very much.